All right, guys. So let's continue from our study work, right? So today we're gonna add the routes, different routes. Okay. So let's see how exactly a route is added, right? Let me increase the font size. So I have two terminal open. I think I closed the last one, right? Let me check quickly. Here also I will close. If I need to, if I need help of any code, I will just come here, right? So normally in this project, what we need to understand, right? The folder structure, you have the Prisma, okay? You have the Prisma here where you're going to write the schema, right? So what we're going to do is just let's create one schema, right? Called maybe topics, and maybe you want to have a node like notes for the topic, right? So the schema will be something like this. Let me just get it from here. So I'll just take this two things, right? And add here, okay? The topic and the node, right? Note, okay? Note means for any topic, if you want to create notes, I mean, this is just extra, but for now, we will just gonna work on the like how you're gonna create topic, how you're gonna like update and delete, right? So we'll try to do all that, okay? Let's see if that work. I will save and it should create the relationship with the user, right? If you look at the user here, it just added the, where is the user here? See, the topic is added, right? The user can create topic, okay? One user, right? Like one to many, many relationship, one to many, right? If there is a user, let's say I'm logged in, right? I'm the user. I can create many topics. So each topic, right? ID will be stored here in the user, okay? Like for example, we had a post, right? Here is the post schema, and post user can create many posts. So that's why it was here, right? The post array. In the user, there is a post array, right? So one user to many posts, one user to many topic, right? That is one to many relationship. Similarly, if there is a node, right? Node, let's say node for each topic. So each topic can have many nodes, right? So one topic, many nodes. So that's why you have the relationship nodes as an array, and you create the topic ID and the refer to the topic, right? Like this. So when there is one to many relationship, we have to add the relation in this format, right? In our Prisma schema, okay? So we refer to topic field, or basically topic ID, right? Which is equal to the ID of your, uh, basically ID of this node, right? This node. So this node ID will be referring to one of the topic, right? So let's say topic is a software developer, right? And then that topic can have many nodes, node, okay? So that's why it will be added in the form of array, right? Just stored in the array. So that is the table. Once you have table, right? You can just, npx prisma db push, right? You must push it to the database. And if I go and check npx prisma studio, right? To just review my table, or basically to verify, right? So it will give me the link, and if I go back, I can see the topic, and also I can see the node right here. Okay, fine. That is all. The next thing is now, right? Let's understand the little bit of structure here. So normally, I looked at the example, right, given by the, like when we install the program, there was one example, correct? We're just gonna look at that example, and then we just follow same pattern. Npm run dev. See normally how it works, right? If you go to there is two folder, the app folder and the server folder, right? And there is trpc folder. It has the React also, right? This React is exporting something. Okay, this is the API, right? This API, when you call this API will hold like remaining our let's call it methods, right? Or routes. Okay, whatever functionality you're gonna have, you're gonna get from here API dot something. Okay, later, right? So we'll see how it works. Okay, so here is a trpc. The next thing is the server. Here let's look at the server, right? We have API. There is a DB, right? This is our Prisma schema. Okay, not schema but the Prisma client, right? This is our Prisma client which we call to connect to our database. Auth is for authentication. Let's not worry about that. Let's go to the API now, right? Here we write all our API, like how you're gonna create the node, how you're gonna update or delete and all that. Just the API, right? Just the function of the API, okay? Do all that job. Again, our job is to, like call all that function in the front end and then use it, right? So normally what happened, right? If you remember the Express server, we used to have like controller, routers, right? Express like app.router and all that, okay? Similarly, in the same pattern, here also what we do is we create all our different API, right? Inside the routers. Right now there is post. So if this is the API, right? For the, let's call it here, there is one hello functionality, there is one create, there is get latest, post, right? These are the methods of the different route, okay? Or maybe we can call it API, right? For only for the post purpose. So this post you're gonna import to the root, right? Root.ts, the post router, okay? Look at here, see how it gonna work, right? Let me just remove all this, okay? See how it will start. First you have to import Zod. Second, you import create TRP router, protected procedure and public procedure, right? From the server API TRPC, okay? Server API TRPC, server API TRPC, right? From here you're gonna import all that from here, right? You are exporting all that somewhere here. Let's see. There is protected procedure. It will handle that. Then should be create TRPC context also, right? Is there. So anyway, I mean, you can get all that three things from this one, right? It coming from here. So we don't have to worry about this one. It just is importing, right? So in the root, in the post router here, right? Once you have these three things, one is to create the router, right? The route, different route, like creating the object or updating the, basically updating, let's call it post, creating the post, updating, deleting, any functionality, right? You want to deal with the, like you need for the API, you're going to create in this format. So if this is the post, everything related to post you will add here, right? Like post, maybe the title or whatever posting, right? So in the post router, this is just a name. Export that, call create trpc router, run that function, right? And you add an object, and inside that object you're going to create all that different functions, okay? So we have like hello, this is because this is an object now, right? This is a whole thing is object. You're going to need property name, and then there is two things, public procedure and the protected procedure, right? So anything like creating user or creating a post or creating node, right? If that is only done by logged in user, then you must use this protected procedure. Okay, if something is publicly available, right, like getting some data, okay, like just get data and display for the public, then you can use this public procedure, right? So for example, let's say public procedure, if in this procedure, right, you're going to receive something like some kind of string, then you have to use, like you're going to receive some props, right? Let's example a text, you're going to receive some text, okay? In that case, you have to define the job, you have to validate that. And how you do that? Public procedure dot input. There is two things, input and query, right? So the first you have to define validation, like by calling dot input. Inside that input, you're gonna write this format, right? Like z or z dot object, and then inside the object you're gonna, sorry, inside this object function you're gonna write uh, this. Basically, you put the new object like this, right? And define your schema, okay, here, like types for all the props, right? So you're gonna receive text, and what is text? That is string, right? That is all. So input now, right? The next is when you call this, right, what's gonna happen is you're gonna receive the text and you want to basically display that, right? So how you gonna get that text and display that when you call this schema, this route or whatever, right? You can call this. You will be calling query. It will take callback function. Inside you have the parameter input, right? This input is everything inside this one, okay? Right now is only text, right? So this input is basically object, whatever you define here. Maybe you have like text, you're gonna get maybe title in the future like this, z dot string, right? Maybe dot, yeah, something like that, okay? Maybe any other field, right? So that will be stored in this input. So you are returning greeting, just returning this greeting, right? And so you're gonna get like greeting letter, okay, when you call this, right? Hello dot greeting, something like that. So hello, and then input dot text, hello, whatever text you're gonna display, right? You get the idea now. There is input and query you have to define, right? This is just a public procedure, I mean, just like one example. But now let's create something, right? So remember there was a form. Let's see, what is this error? Okay, so this is the form, right? If you type something, hello, hello for, hello, this is a new class, right? You're gonna type this and submit, right? So this is, see, I'm logged in. That's why I get this form, and because we check the session and then displaying this, right? Click, and it should update here. Hello from TRPC. It did not update, right? I don't know. Okay, here you see now. Sorry, this is the one. Okay. So the point is, when you submit this button, right, this form will submit, there will be the value in this field. That value, how it gonna be added to the database, right? So for that, you can see here create. Where is that? Create, right? So you can call it like this. Name is some kind of like, we just use some like given name, right? Or maybe not predefined, but there is some standard, okay? Like in the PPRC, everyone I see using same format. If you have to create, you just call it create, right? Like that, okay? Or get latest or get all. If you want to get all data, you just call it get all and then write the function, right? So create, let's create this. Only the logged in person, then protected procedure. Now when you create, you're gonna have a data, right? You're gonna receive data, correct? So you must define the schema for that. So when you define schema, always dot input g dot object, right? And then inside you're gonna receive name, that will be string, minimum value 1 character required. The next is mutation now, right? So this is the function coming from the, I think the trans what is that query, React query, right? So this ERPC, they are using React query, right, to do a lot of work for the adding, basically handling the data, right? So there is function called mutation. So you have to call that when you're creating the data, creating data to your database, right? It will take asynchronous function. Now CTX, you're gonna get CTX property, right? And the your data, that is input. Remember, whatever inside here, you're gonna get in the input, right? So the name input basically dot name, right? Fine. So that is the callback function. Go inside the bracket and you just return it, or maybe so CTX dot you call CTX will give you like session. It will give you our Prisma schema, not schema, but the what is that? Valid. What is that Prisma DB, right? Server, this one. Okay. So the client, right? Prisma client. Okay. CTX will give you this client also. So what we do is DB, and you inside the DB, right? You have post. So what is post now, right? Inside the database, you have post schema, and then in that schema, you want to create, right? And then just pass this data as an object. That's how we, use the schema, right? Or our Prisma to create the database data, right? In the database. So basically here it is available in the form of CTX. Inside you're gonna get data DB and then post, create, add the data here and done, right? So later in the UI in the form, right, you're gonna call this like API dot create, right? That's how it will work. Okay, that is one thing. I mean, and here is getting latest something, right? So same thing, when you're getting, you don't have to validate any schema. You don't have to create any schema, right? Or you don't have to do the job because you're not like sending data, right? You're just getting something from the database. So basically, just find first or find many or find all. Just give the parameter maybe where user ID equal to something, and it will return you back all the data or single data, whatever, right? So you can see in this is the format, right, of creating the uh, schema. Okay, not schema but API. Let's call it API, right? This router, post router, you can import in the root here. So import post router from server API routers post, right? Okay, and then create ERPC router. You pass it here. So you just name it, give this different name like post, and pass that one here, right? That is all we have to do. So and then like once you do that one, right, then all this function will be available to use outside, okay, wherever in the client side, right? So let's quickly create our uh, node. I think we have node, right? So let's create that. We're gonna create node, or maybe first let's add topic, right? So we just call it TOPIC topics, something like that. TSX, TS router. We're just creating router, right? So we just need TS, okay? So I'm gonna need same thing from here, right? I just gonna need these three things. I mean, let me copy, right? Let's copy all, copy, and I'm gonna delete almost. I don't need this. The get latest. We're gonna maybe take that. So this one public procedure. We're not doing anything, right? Create. Okay. Let me change this to topic, right? Topics or topic router, something like that. Okay. So I want to create topic. Okay. So for that, create uh, protected procedure dot input in my topic schema, right? What I have, there is, I'm gonna need the title and the user ID, right? ID, it will generate automatic. There is the date and create date and update date. That is okay. We don't have to do that. Is automatic. User, right? I mean, that's just a relationship. This is just the node relationship, right? These two things I need. Okay. So the important one is just title, right? Title only. So let's create title. So in the, I must create a schema first, right? Or basically validate. Okay. That is title uh, g dot string minimum, right? One, okay, or maybe two, whatever string you want in your title. So mutation async ctx input, right? You're gonna get that. And then ctx db, we have db also, right? So, and then I'm gonna create in, see, if I go back here, right, dot, and I'm gonna get node. Okay, I'm gonna create not node but the, what was that, topic, right? So let's type topic, you will get that. So ctx database, you're gonna receive topic, right? And then create data. Here I need to pass title property because that is the field I have, right? And then input dot title. Fine. That is all I'm gonna get, right? One more thing I have, so that is user user ID, right? So how I gonna get user ID? Uh, so see, the ctx has also session. So let's try, right? Ctx dot session dot user, right? Dot ID. Okay, so we got that. So this will create the input, right? Sorry, it will create basically topic for me in the database. I just have to learn how to use this from here, right? Topic router create. Okay, I have to use that. Now let's call it get all. Okay, let's get all topic, right? Protected procedure query async. When you're getting, you don't have to worry about the JOD schema, right? Just call it ctx in the callback function, and here I will call it topics, all the topics, right? Await ctx database from the topic, find many, right? Not one but many topic. Okay, so you're going to get that function, right? Let's not worry about order by, and I just want to get topic by the user, right? The user who is created the topic. So who is the user now? I'm the one, right? So what I will do, because in my topic I have user, right? Remember user ID. So I will just call it where user ID equal to no need all this, right? Just pass it straight like that. So where user ID equal to ctx session user ID, right? Fine. And the next I just gonna return these topics, right? So I'll just return here topics. Done. Fine. So we have created two things: create topic and get all topic, right? So let's try to use this. Okay, because you're going to create topic, and for that topic in the future maybe you want to add a node for that, right? So again, same process for node will go also. So let's go back now in the component. What I want to do now, right, in the app here, let's create, call it maybe, you know, node. All right. So what we are talking, right? We hit here. Okay. So we have the two API now, right? Create and get all. Okay. So let's see how we can basically first I want to create, right? So I'm going to need a forms and all that. So what I have done is I created the node route. So in the app slash node, right? If I go to the slash node, I will get the page, right? So let me add the page dot tsx, and we'll just call it node page. Okay, for now, right? Simple enough. Next thing, I'm going to need a form, right, to create the node. Okay, so here in the component, I just gonna add form, call it node form, right? Or just call it node dot tsx. And what I will do, I'm just gonna, this is the form, right? So Satsian form, I will explain. I will just copy from here for now what I have, right? So if I go to the topic, I believe I just put here, right? Okay, I don't want to copy something wrong. Okay, so topic list, uh topic, so that is the component. Yeah, so let's copy this form and add here, right? So see the node form, what I will do, I'm gonna delete a lot of things and submit. Okay, so for now I will just delete create topic, right? uh Topic form. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so the error is, right, because like we have not installed a lot of things here. Okay, we have not installed, right, like we missing the forms and all that. Okay, so let me remove that for now. So what are the things we missing, right? Jod resolver, that will come from the React hook form. So let's install that first. Okay, because in this app I have not installed all that. So I will just cancel this and go to this Satsian, right? Satsian, and find, see, I just copied from here, right, earlier when I was just practicing. So just want to create form, let's copy this, install. But remember the import is underscore, right? Like the tilde slash. Okay, when you import something it will be tilde slash. Okay, remember that. Button, we have button, so just press S. Now I need to import input, right? So let's do that. Input, copy, and run this. So see, the error is gone for the form. Now input will be okay. So that's gone. Now this is the topic form, or maybe can call it anything, right? Like call it node topic. Yeah, so this is topic, right? I believe this is topic. So let's keep it like that. So topic form here, right? We're gonna need a schema. Okay, so form schema is here. Why is error, right? Unsafe call for error type value, right? Something, I don't know what is the error. React use form, right? React hook form is still error. Cannot find the module React hook form. So we install the form, but still is giving error, right? That's why it's complaining. So I don't know why. Let's see. We install the form. When we install the form, right, it should give us all that code. So what I will do, I'll just refresh this page one time. Okay, see if that will pick up, because use form is part of the uh, form, right? Satsian form. When you install that, it will be installed automatically. So we don't have to install additionally. Okay. So I think error is gone. right? See, the thing is, we need a form to create something. Okay, that is the point, right? So let's. I hope you guys remember now. You know that the form, you have to create a form like this. Use form, pass the validation, right? Like schema, and then you're gonna get resolver, and then default value. We're just gonna need title, right? So that is all we need. I'm gonna talk about this soon. So and then here is nothing but the one simple form, right? Like just to input something. Okay, so that is all I have. I'm going to import this right somewhere, but for now let's talk about this. There is one thing called utils, right? We have to import, basically first we're going to import API. Okay, remember what I said earlier? You're going to get, this is what you're going to call, right? API trpc react. Okay, from the tr in the server, if you go to the server here and the trpc and you have react, from here it's, you can import API, right? And that API has everything we need. Okay, that is one thing. See, now once we have that imported, right, we're gonna just call utils like this, like const utils equal to API use utils, right? This is one thing we have to do. And the next is create topic. Okay, a topic, or maybe we are working on the node, right? So we have to our okay, let's look at the node. I think we are working on the topic or node. Sorry guys, what was that? This is the topic, right? So we import here topic. Okay, so that is topic. Okay, so I should have named this topic, right? Anyway, fine, it does not matter. How you gonna get, how we gonna create topic, right? When we submit this form, the our form handler here, right, on submit form handler basically give us that value, right, which will be stored in this uh, variable, or basically property. Okay, that value we have to pass to our function, right, our API. So API topic, this is just the error, right? Unsafe assignment. This is like ESLint error. Okay, this is not, and that is what I was trying to figure out, right? How to fix this error, but it did not work. Okay, I keep trying, but it didn't work, right? So see how we gonna, like create something, right? In the front end, we must use client here. Okay, so API, then in the API you will get topic, right? Topic is the basically our route. So if you go back to the, we have not added the route yet. Okay, that is one mistake we have done, right? So let's add that first in the server, in the root route, right? If you go to the route, we have topics here. Okay, topic router, right? This is what we are exporting. We need to go to the root route and import that here. That was the one mistake we have made. Import uh, topic router, right? And then similarly, as a post here, you just put it maybe topic like this and call it topic router, right? That's it. So every time you create any router, you just add here. Okay, you're gonna add routers inside this folder, and then you have to import it and just add inside this object, right? So this is available in the API now. So if you go back to the node here, I think the error is gone now, right? Is that yeah, so that was the issue. Okay, so error is gone. Fine, finally it's working. So now you see the API dot topic dot create and use mutation, right? When you create something, okay, when you adding something, updating something, you have to see, call your API, right? From the topic API dot topic, you're gonna what you want to do now, create and then use this mutation, right, function, and inside on success, on the success, right, call this function. Okay, so await utils the topic. You just have to write these things, right, and then form dot reset. Okay, just write these things. It will do the rest of the job once this is ready, right? Like if preparing something. Okay, the name main thing is this function create topic now, right? You're gonna call create topic dot mutate and pass the value. So every time you have to create something, you just do it like this, right? So now let's go back and see if this is working. I have to start the basically start the server, right? npm run dev, and I have the, okay, I hope I'm not running the both place, right? Yeah, can I do that? Cancel. So npx prisma studio, right? So let's go back here, refresh this one time. What is the error? Let me cancel and restart, right? npm on dev, and we have localhost. Refresh. Okay, so our route is what, node, right? We go to the node page. Okay, we reach here to the node page, right? That's fine. Let's import that node component. Okay, this form, right? Let's import there, because what we see is only page. Okay, so you must use your component, call it what is the component name here? Topic form, right? So in the page, import topic form. Okay, then maybe what I will do, right? I'm just gonna give a class name, and then maybe max width. I think, what was that? Max width, max width of, maybe let's make it small. Okay, like 4 XL, right, or 6 XL, and then add some padding, all side maybe 4, right? Okay, and inside I'm gonna add that component, call it topic form, like this. Fine. Now if we go to this node, you're gonna see this form now here, right? So let's add uh, working as full stack, right? Developer. This is the topic, right? Submit. So we didn't add the, it just refresh, right? That means it's done. Let's add another one. Uh, you know, teamwork, right? Submit. So when you submit, it will refresh, right? Also, then, you know, working on E3 project, right? Project and submit. So it's, I believe it's added. Let's check now. We have the note here, right? You can see the note. Oh, sorry, topic. We are adding the topic, right? So it's 0 right now. If I refresh, we should have 3 topic now, right? Look at this. Okay. Next step is displaying the topic, right? So uh, here, we can just add we can add now, let's add topic list, right? Like that. Topic list dot tsx. So here we're gonna uh, let me check. UPIC topic, right? Let's call it list. Okay, something like that. So what I'm gonna do, there is already table, right, to display all that. I will just copy that quickly. Topics list. So uh, yeah, so let me just copy this, and then so here, right, you see import API, we're going to need API, correct? That is one thing. Now API.topics, from this API, right, you can get what? API.topic, that get all, that the get all function, okay, you're going to get that, right? And you have to use query to get the data. Now you're going to get topics, like you're going to get data, you can name it like topics. You're going to get is loading, you're going to get error, right? If it is still loading, just return this. If there is error, return this. I think we don't have to do this, right? Maybe, or it's okay. If there is no topics, that will be array, right? Now this is simply div with the table, normal table, right? Some CSS with the type is what is that? Our Tailwind CSS, right? So in the table, you have the table head with the row, three columns like title, created ad, actions, then table body, inside the curly bracket, you map through this safe topics. So just map through that. And then you get each topic, and you're going to display that titles. You're going to get the titles. You have the, you can get the date, right? Topic created ad, then edit and delete button. Okay, you can get all that. So this topic list we can just call inside our node, or maybe in the page right here. So let's call that import uh, topic list. And okay, yeah, so this is complaining it's declared but not used. So we're just going to use it below this, right? Topic list. Okay. So now if we go back and check, we have three topic, right? We should get something. So look at here now. See that? Working as a full stack developer, teamwork, working, all this, right? You can now, we have to create like edit and delete functionality, right? I have not done this too because there are so many errors, right? I just stop, I get headache and stuff, right? But anyway, we're just gonna add this edit and delete, right? Normally, what's gonna happen is, like, if you go back to the our like node router right here, see, this is the error, this is the error I was talking about, right? This is ESLint linting error. Okay, this is something like unsafe return of the value of type error, right? So I don't know what is how to fix that. I mean, this things, like we have to get rid of, okay, somehow, right? So save this. I hope I'm in the right place, right? I think, let me go back. Maybe I was in the other side. I don't know. There was an error in this one. I don't have, right. So somehow it's working here. I don't know what I have done, but it's working. Let me look at the router and the topic. So see, I don't have error here. Things are, like moving perfectly. Just need to do like, update, create update, right? And then you have to write, protected procedure dot, first you have to query, and then because you're gonna also, uh, because in update you have to do similar to create, right? So we must, it should be something similar to this one. So yeah, right, that will be update. But in update, the only thing is the function here, topic dot update, right? And then you have to, in update you're gonna receive ID. Okay, so you must define the ID here, right? Like this. The ID will be z dot string, and that will be, you know like, you're gonna get that, right? So first we have to tell where, uh, id is something coming from the input.id, right? Input.id, that will be our id. And then you're gonna just update the data, right? So normally you just want to update the title, okay? You don't need this, hopefully. And then you just put comma here, right? So that will work for the update, okay? So now is we have to write the the UI for our update, right? The button, when we click that button, it should go to the, like, maybe something, I believe, normally how update work, right? Because whatever item we're gonna click, that item ID means, I have to make the dynamic route now, right? The dynamic route will be here, ID, the node slash ID, right? Inside there will be page. Yes, okay. And in this page, I'm gonna get that update, right? So, then we can call this one maybe, uh let's call it update, no, or what is that topic, right? Okay. Here, you're gonna receive, like, when you click, you're gonna go to this page, right? And here you're gonna get what? ID as a, from the params, right? Parameter. That ID is what? Uh, that ID is basically string, right? Okay, so based on this ID, so I think, I don't know why it's complaining. Okay, it's valid never used, right? Yeah. So now we're gonna you're gonna import again. You're gonna get that form also, right? So import uh, topic form. You're gonna import that. We're gonna need that, and then you're gonna, yeah, I think, we're just gonna pass the ID, right, to that form. What we can do? So here, topic form slash, right, and then this will be ID equal to, basically ID, right, like that. So that will be inside the bracket ID, okay? So this is complaining because we have not, like, structure it to use this ID in the other side, right, in the topic form, okay? So there we have to handle all this, and then based on that ID, right, we need to do some work. But anyway, guys, let's keep it up to here, right? I don't want to complex this out. I'm gonna finish this update and delete, and then maybe tomorrow I will show you, okay? So I will stop up to here, because I'm just experimenting, and if it did not work, then it will be not good, right? So let me stop here, okay?